Okay class, good morning. Let's start exercise 2.6. See the very first question. Out of the rational number minus 3 by 11, minus 3 by 12, minus 3 by 19, the greatest one is. Now see, here numerators are same. So simply see to the denominators. Out of 11, 12 and 19, which is the greatest? But obvious 19. That means 19 is representing which proper rational number? Minus 3 upon 19. That means your answer will be minus 3 upon 19 will be the greatest. If in the same question, if it would have asked that out of the rational numbers, which one is the smallest in the same question, so what would be the answer? 11, because out of 11, 12 and 19, 11 will be the smallest number. Since the numerators are same, so we are just comparing the denominators. So in that position of smallest one, the answer would have been minus 3 upon 11. Now the difference between the greatest and the least number, in difference between greatest and least number, that means one having the largest value among the numbers given and one having the smallest value among the numbers given. So here we can see that denominators are same. If the denominators would not have been same, a first task would have been to make the denominators same. Now since the denominators are same, we will only look to numerators. So what is the greatest numerator here? Minus 1. And what is the least numerator here? Minus 7. Now question is saying difference between greatest and least. So if we write it like difference between the greatest, so first write down the greatest integer, that is what? Minus 1. And the least is what? Minus 7. And what will be the mathematical operator here? Difference, that means what? Subtraction. So minus 1, sign will change, plus 7. Now minus plus minus, but sign will be of the digit having greater value, that means what? 6. Now since the denominator was having the value 9, so answer will be 6 upon 9. So option D will be your answer. Question number 2. Represent the following rational numbers on number line. Minus 1 upon 2. Now I told you yesterday in the lecture how to plot any rational number on the number line. For this, first you need to draw the number line. Now it is given minus 1 upon 2. The value given in the denominator tells us in how many parts we need to divide. It is given here what in the denominator 2, that means we will divide it in 2 equal parts. And one thing more, it's given minus 1 by 2, that means we will proceed towards the negative integer, that means towards the left hand side of the number line. So divide it into 2 equal parts, 1 and 2. Now class, remember one thing, I am again and again telling you, while you are making it in your notebook, take proper equal divisions with scale. Okay, don't take cuts anywhere, take cuts with proper divisions. Now since the denominator was 2, it was consisting of 2 parts. This is your first part and this is your second part, and it will be what? Minus 1. Now question is asking minus 1 by 2. So between 0 and minus 1, I told you yesterday that, okay, first tell whether it is a proper fraction or an improper fraction. It is a proper fraction because value of numerator is less than the denominator. Now I told you that in case of proper fraction, when the number is of negative form, when the rational number is of negative form, it will always lie between minus 1 and 0. This I already told you yesterday. That means between minus 1 and 0, a required number will lie down. So between minus 1 and 0, 0 and minus 1, that means the number will lie here. So this will be your required answer. After mark, let's see next question, 21 upon 4. Now first, always you need to check whether the given rational number, it's proper fraction or improper fraction. Now here the value of numerator is greater than the denominator, that means what? It is an improper fraction. I told you in the previous lecture that when you are getting an improper fraction, first you need to convert it into mixed fraction. So On converting it into mixed fraction, what you will get? 5 whole number 1 upon 4. I hope you must be knowing how to convert into mixed fraction. If you don't know, see it once again. Like, if the rational number is given in this form, simply divide it. So it will go how many times? 5 times. We are left with remainder 1. 5 whole number 1 upon 4. 5 whole number 1 upon 4. Now, I told you that any positive rational number, when any proper fraction, it lies between 0 to 1. Now, if you see this 5 1 by 4, this 5 is known as integer part and this 1 by 4 is known as fractional part. I told you in yesterday's lecture. This 5 is known as integer part and this 1 by 4 is known as what? Fractional part. And if you see to the fractional part, then this fractional part is similar to a proper fraction where the value of numerator is less than the denominator. That means in such cases, when the rational number has been converted to mixed fraction form, the rational number will lie between the given integer part and the very next integer, that means between 5 and 6. If, for example, if it would have been here 6 1 by 4, then the integer would be lying between 6 and 7. Now here it is given what? 5 1 by 4. So first plot it on the number line. Now since it is a positive integer line, so I will take 0 from here only. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. One thing more, we need to write it like this: 5 plus 1 upon 4. And why we are writing it like this? Because 5 represents an integer part and 1 by 4 represents fractional part. Now based on the value of the denominator, what is the value of the denominator given? 4. That means you will divide it into 4 equal parts, but after 5 and not after 0. Why? Because now the given rational number is what? 5 whole number 1 by 4. That means you need to start from 5. So after 5, as per the value of the denominator, divide it into 4 equal parts. So 1 2 3 and this is what? Your fourth. That is your next rational number 6. You can see also 1 2 3 and this is what? 4. Now this is 1 2 3 and 4. That means 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and ultimately your next rational number. 1 by 4th part. Out of the total number of parts given, 1 by 4th part. 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and 4 by 4, that means 1, but it will be equal to 6. Okay, so focus on this one. 5 1 by 4th. That means this is your required fraction, 1 by 4. If it would have been 2 by 4, you would have gone here. If it would have been 3 by 4, you would have gone here. Since in the numerator it's written 1 after 5, this will be your 1 by 4th part. So this is your final answer. Either you can write it 1 by 4 or you can write it 5 1 by 4, or you can also write it 21 upon 4. So this is how you need to solve this. Now comes your next question: which of the following represent the same number on the number line? Same number on the number lines means what? That means out of the two rational numbers given, both should have the same value. What is the question? Same number on the number line. मतलब दोनों नंबर एक होंगे तभी तो उस नंबर लाइन पे रिप्रेजेंट होंगे. The question is saying that out of the numbers given, which of the following represent the same number on the number line? That means like 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4 and so on. So see, 4 upon 7 minus 4 upon 7, no. 4 is a positive integer, minus 4 is a negative integer. Now 0 upon 4 and 0 upon 3, the answer will be yes, because if 0 is divided by anything, the answer will be what? 0. So 0 upon 4, 0. 0 upon 3, 0. So answer will be yes. 18 upon minus 3 and minus 3 upon 18. First, always remember, when denominator is given in minus sign, first convert it into positive. So minus 3 upon 18 minus 18 upon 3 and minus 3 upon 18, denominators are not same, answer will be no. See this, minus 1 upon 2 and 5 upon minus 10, will it represent the same number? Answer will be yes. See, you need to see this also, that can it be simplified? Yes, 5 into 1 5, 5 into 10, that is minus 1 upon 2. So minus 1 upon 2 and minus 1 upon 2, that means they will also be same. So till now we have got the answer second and fourth. Now see, 4 upon 5, 5 upon 20, 5 into 1 5, 5 into 4 20, do 1 upon 4, 3 upon minus 5, 9 upon minus 15, 3 into 3 9, 3 into 5 15, minus 3 upon 5, minus 3 upon 5, answer will be yes. Now comes your next question, which rational number in each of the following pair is greater? It is a very simple question. I told you yesterday that whenever you are getting such type of question, you just need to make the denominator same. Like see the very first question, 3 upon 7 and 0. This is which question? Question number 4. Question number 4. 3 upon 7 and 0. According to the question, you need to tell that which one of the following rational number is greater. Since we need to make the denominator same, so we can write 0 as 0 by 7, 3 upon 7 and 0 upon 7. Now the denominators are same, so we only need to focus on the numerator. So out of 3 and 0, which will be a greater value? But obvious, this will be a greater value. So we can write that 3 is greater than 0 or 3 upon 7 is greater than 0. So this will be your answer. Let's pick up question number 6. 2 1 by 2 and 3 1 by 4. Question number 6. 2 1 by 2 and 3 1 by 4. Now this is in mixed form, convert it into fractional form. Now this is in mixed form, so convert it into normal form. 2 into 2 4 plus 1 5, that means 5 upon 2. 4 into 3 12 plus 1 13 upon 4. Now here the denominators are not same. First make the denominator same in order to compare which one is greater or smaller. So if we take 5 by 2, so 2 into 2 will be 4, it will be equal to the second rational number. So we can write 5 upon 2 into 2 upon 2, that will be what? 10 upon 4. Now 10 upon 4 and 13 upon 4, both the denominators are same. So out of 10 and 13, which will be greater? We can write, since 13 is greater than 10, therefore 13 upon 4 is greater than 10 upon 4. Or we can write the question in its original form also. 13 by 4 was representing for 3 whole number 1 by 4. 3 whole number 1 upon 4 is greater than 2 whole number 1 upon 2. This is your final answer. Now next question is, which one of the following pairs is smaller? Again, make the denominator same, compare the numerator, you will get the answer. Now see question number 6. Now our next question is, fill in the blanks with correct symbol using greater than, less than or equal to. In this question you need to tell that out of the two rational number given, which one will be greater than, smaller to or even equal to. See, either it's asking greater or smaller or using symbol. In each and every question, first and foremost thing is what? That you need to compare the denominators, because once when you make the denominators of both the rational numbers same, it is very easy to compare the denominator. For example, if the question would have only been this, that out of 5 and minus 5, you need to tell that which rational number is greater. You can easily tell. Out of minus 6 and 5, which rational number is greater? You can easily tell 5. But since it is in fractional form, so first and foremost duty is to convert the denominators into equal value so that we can compare the numerators. Now see the very first question, 5 upon minus 7 and minus 5 upon 8. 5 upon minus 7 and minus 5 upon 8. First thing, as usual, we need to make the denominators same. Now if I multiply 7 into 8, it will be 56, and 8 into 7, it will also be 56. That means denominators will be same. So write it like this: 5 upon minus 7 is equal to 5 into 8 upon minus 7 into 8. 5 into 8 is what? 40, and 7 into 8 is what? 56, minus 40 upon 56. Similarly, for minus 5 upon 8, 8 into 7, 8 into 7 is 56. So 5 upon 8 into 7 upon 7. 5 into 7, 35, and 8 into 7 is what? 56. Now this minus 35 upon 56 and this minus 40 upon 56, both the denominators are same. Now you need to compare that which one is greater than smaller. So minus 40 is less than minus 35. That means minus, instead of saying that minus 35 is greater than minus 40, I am saying it in a just opposite form, that minus 40 is less than minus 35. That means what? Minus 35 is greater. So we can write what? 5 upon minus 7, because this 40, it was basically a form of what? 5 upon minus 7 is less than minus 5 upon 8. This will be your final answer. Now the next question comes: arrange the following rational number in ascending order. And the 8th question is: arrange the following number in descending order. What are ascending order? Ascending order means greater to smaller, and descending means from smaller to greater. So in such type of question, once again, first you need to make the denominator same. Once you make the denominator same, you can compare the numerators. Let's pick up question number first of question number 7. Now here it is given minus 5 upon 4, 6 upon 14 and 3 upon minus 5. We need to arrange these rational numbers in ascending order. That means from greater to smaller. See class, the first step, whenever you see any question, first write the denominator in positive form. Okay, minus 5 upon 14, 6 upon 14 and minus 3 upon 5. Now we need to make the denominator same. When you are having 1, 2, 3 or 4, or say more than 4 rational numbers, so take the LCM of the denominators given. It will be easy if you take the LCM, and then you can make the denominator, because when you will take the LCM, the denominators will become same only. Let's see what I am trying to say. First take the LCM. So write down: taking LCM of denominators 4, 14 and 5. Now I hope this you have done, have studied in your previous classes how to take LCM 4, 14 and 5. Now 4 and 14, it is common to 2, so 2 into 2 4, 2 into 7 14, and then 5. Now all of them are prime numbers, they will be divisible by the number itself. So instead of writing indivisible, we can directly take the LCM. 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 7 is 28, and 28 into 5 140. That means your LCM is 140. LCM. Now this means that each of these denominators, it should be equal to 140. Now why we have taken LCM? Because it becomes easy. Instead of thinking by what number should I multiply the denominator so that each and every denominator would be same, I have directly taken the LCM. Now in order to make the denominators equal to 1 by 40, it is very easy. Simply divide the LCM by the given denominator. This we have done in the previous exercise. I have already told you. See my video lectures which I sent you. So in order to make 4 equal to 140, that means in order to replace 4 by this 140, the easiest way is, you know what? divide the LCM by the given denominator. See, this is your rough work, okay? This is for your understanding. Like, I need to make 4 140. So how can I make? Whenever you need to know that we should replace this number by what so that it should become this, just divide the numbers. So if I divide 140 upon 4, so 4 into 3 is what? 12, 13, 14, 0, 4 into 5, 20. That means what? 35. That means if I multiply 4 into 35, I will get what? 4 into 5, 20, 4 to 12, 13, 14, 140. See, that means if I multiply 35 into 4, answer will be 140. So now let's proceed. Minus 5 upon 4, if I multiply it by 35, the answer will be what? 5 into 35 minus 175 upon 4 into 35 will be what? 140. Similarly for second rational number, 6 upon 14, 6 upon 14. Now once again, how to make 14 equal to 140? So again, divide 140 by 14. 140 by 14. Very simple. 14 into 10 is what? 140. That means you need to multiply it by 10. So 6 upon 14 into 10 upon 10. So 6 into 10 is what? 60. 14 into 10, 140. See, the denominators are becoming same. Now the third one, that is what? Minus 3 upon 5. Minus 3 upon 5. Now we need to make 5 equal to 140. So when we divide 140 by 5, you will get 28. So write down minus 3 upon 5 into 28 upon 28. Now the denominator 5 into 28, it will be 140, and your numerator will be 24 minus 84. Now see, 140, 140, 140. Now we just need to compare the numerators. So out of the numerator value which came, I can say that minus 175 is the lowest among all, then minus 84, and then 60 upon 140. Now write its original form. Minus 175 upon 140, it was basically representing what? Minus 5 upon 4 less than minus 3 upon 5 less than 6 upon 14. This is your final answer. So you simply need to make the denominators same. Once you make the denominators same, you can easily compare the numerators. Now all these questions are same. Either it's asking either of ascending or descending order. First and foremost thing, make the denominators same. How? By taking the LCM I just told you, and you can solve it. Just see, whenever such types of questions are coming where the denominator is not given, you can assume the denominator as 1. Here also you can assume as 1. So try solving this. In case you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now see the very last question. Find 10 rational numbers between 6 by 7 and minus 5 upon 7. One of the easiest question. Here they have made a work already easy by making the denominator same. So let's see how you need to solve it. The question is what? 10 rational number between 6 upon 7 and minus 5 upon 7. This is your question number 9. 6 upon 7 and minus 5 upon 7. Numbers between them, okay? So don't include these numbers, 10 numbers between them. So since minus 5 is given, so as per the number line, minus 5, 10 numbers between minus 5 and 6, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 10 rational number. Now by 7 upon 7 upon 7, so this is your required answer. With this we come to an end of this exercise. Now move to next exercise, that is assignment 2.7, operations on rational number, that is addition and subtraction. It is also very easy. See, in case of rational number, whether it is addition, subtraction, telling whether any rational number is greater or smaller, you just need to make the denominators same. See what it is given, addition of rational number when denominators are same, simply add their numerators keeping the common denominator as such. Why? Because the denominators are same, so you can easily add only the numerator because the denominator value will be same. This we will understand in a better way while solving. But when denominators are different, you need to take out the LCM by making the denominators same, and then you need to add. See, such sort of thing we have already done here. Whenever you rational numbers are given and they are asking ascending, descending, greater, smaller, equal to, addition, subtraction, make the denominators same. This is one of the easiest way to solve these questions. So since here the denominators were different, by taking LCM we made it common. Similarly we need to do here also. Next come your properties of addition of rational number. The first property says what? The additive inverse of a rational number. If a upon b is a rational number, then its negative minus a upon b is called the additive inverse of a upon b. First thing, what is the meaning of additive inverse? Additive inverse means the rational number but with opposite sign. That means the value changes. If a upon b, for example, any rational number, here it is written a upon b, instead of a upon b let's take 2 upon 3. If 2 upon 3 is a rational number, then its negative will be what? Minus 2 upon 3. You are just changing the sign, will be known as additive inverse of a upon b. That means if 2 upon 3 is a rational number, then minus 2 upon 3 will be called the additive inverse of 2 by 3. Or in simple term, if 2 by 3 is a rational number, then its additive inverse will be what? Minus 2 upon 3. Second property says what? The sum of any rational number and 0 is the rational number itself. Yes, it is a very universal thing. Any number when added by 0, we get the number itself. So this is your additive identity. Now straight away come to the exercise. Now the first question is, what number should be added to 8 by 14 to get minus 2 upon 7? See class, whenever you are getting such types of question, write the question as it is given. Mathematically, like what I am saying. See, it's given what number should be added to 8 by 14. That means this is your exercise 2.7 question first. What number should be added to 8 by 14? That means your first number is 8 by 14. Now what number should be added to this so that we get minus 2 upon 7? Now we need to know this quantity. So very simple, two quantities are known, and if one quantity is not known, simply assume it as an unknown quantity, that is x, transfer the known values on one side, you will get the answer. See how. 8 upon 14 plus x equal to minus 2 upon 7. So if we transfer the known quantities on a separate side, we can get the value of x like minus 2 upon 7. Because it will transfer from LHS to RHS, the sign will change. So 8 upon 14 will become what? Minus 8 upon 14. Now again the denominators are different, take the LCM. So the the LCM will be what? LCM will be 14 only. So 7 into 2, 14, 2 into 2 is what? Minus 4, here you will get minus 8. So minus 8 and minus 4 will be what? Minus 12 upon 14. Now this can further be simplified, 12 upon 14. minus 6 upon 7. This will be your final answer, minus 6 upon 7. The next question, it is similar to the first one. Third one, what should be subtracted from 2 upon 7 to get 2 upon 7? Very easy. See, the original number is what? 2 upon 7, and they are asking that what should be subtracted from this, so we get the same number. Answer will be 0, because anything, either it is added or subtracted by 0, we get the number itself, so 0 will be the answer. Now write the additive inverse or negative of each of the following rational number. I just told you additive inverse means what? Just opposite of the given number. So 1 by 2, it is positive, the opposite will be what? Minus 1 upon 2, minus 3 upon 2, 3 upon 2, 0 will always remain 0, 13 upon minus 17. The first thing when you are getting such type of question, first make the denominator positive. So 13 upon minus 17 will become what? Minus 13 upon 17. Now its additive inverse will be what? 13 upon 17, your final answer. Now find the sum of the following. 10 upon 13 plus minus 1 upon 13. You need to find the sum. The denominators are already equal, so straight away let's solve the question. Since the denominators are already equal, no need to take LCM. Okay, so 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is what? 9 upon 13. This is your final answer. Very simple question. Let's pick a question where the denominators are not same. Minus 2 upon 3 and 3 upon 4. Now here the denominators are not same. You can do two things. Either make the denominators equal or simply take the LCM. Okay, so instead of making the denominators equal, I am simply taking the LCM. So LCM of 3 and 4 will be what? 12. So 3 into 4 is 12. 4 into minus 2 is what? 8. 4 into 3, 3 into 3 is what? 9. Minus 8 plus 9 is what? 1 upon 12. This is your answer. This is one way. Or the second way is make the denominators same first. Like minus 2 upon 3. So 3 into 4 will be 12 and 4 into 3 will also be equal to 12. So make the denominator same. 3 into 4 is 12. And your second rational number, that is 3 upon 4, multiplied by 3 so that the denominators will be equal. 4 into 3 is 12. So 3 upon 4 into 3 upon 3. Now see, the denominators, they are having the same value. Now add both of them. So minus 8 upon 12 plus 9 upon 12. LCM is same. Minus 8 plus 9, answer will be what? 1 upon 12 only. This is also same. This is also same. Okay, so answer will be same. You can solve by either way. Now comes subtraction. 5 upon 7 from 5 upon 7. Now this from, it has a very special meaning. This we have done in previous lectures also. From the number, whenever you are finding from, see, if it would have been, okay, first solve this question, then I'll tell you. 5 upon 7 from 5 upon 7, that means 5 upon 7 minus 5 upon 7. Answer will be 0, we already know, because both the numbers are same. Okay, no need to solve this question, but still I am telling you. 5 upon 7 minus 5 upon 7. When you take the LCM, already the denominators are same. Okay, so 5 minus 5, it will be equal to what? 0 upon 7, that is 0. This is your answer. Now this is the question. Take it, question number 2. Minus 11 upon 12 from minus 33 upon 9. Now see class, this word from, it has a very special meaning. Whenever you are seeing from, so the number which is written after from, it comes first. That is, it is written from minus 33 upon 9. So it will be written like this: minus 33 upon 9 from this, that means minus 11 upon 12. because outside the bracket it is given minus, so it will become what? 11 upon 12. Now the denominators are not same, so simply take the LCM. So LCM of 9 and 12 will be what? 108. So if you solve it, you will get 12, 9, 9, sir, 99. Okay, yes. Minus 396 plus 99, that is 297 upon 108. Sorry, minus 297 upon 108. So when you will cut it, that means minus 11 upon 4. So this is your final answer. Now comes your next question, verify the following. See, in this type of question, you simply need to solve the LHS part and the RHS part separately. And if both are having the same values, then your answer will be same. For example, I am saying for example, okay. For example, if the question would have been verify minus 2 upon, okay, let's take this example only. If we solve 5 upon 7, let's solve it. Now the question is saying verify. So simplify the LHS and RHS separately. First pick the LHS part. 5 upon 7 minus 12 upon 5. Take the LCM. It will be what? 35. Now 7, 5 into 5 is what? 25. 5, 7, 12 into 7 is 25 minus 84. That means minus 59 upon 35. This is your LHS. Now solve the RHS. Minus 12 upon 5 plus 5 upon 7. Okay, take the LCM. It will be what? It will be also 35 only. So 5, 7, 12 into 7 is what? Minus 84 plus 25. So see, this your LHS portion minus 59 upon 35 and RHS minus 59 upon 35. Both are same. So you can write since LHS equal to RHS, your question is verified. Now question number 6, what should be added to this to get 0? That means what should we add to minus 11 upon 17 so that we get 0? This question can be solved orally only. We know that to get 0, the number should just be added by the opposite sign, that is minus 11 upon 17. If it would be added by 11 upon 17, so minus 11 plus 11, they will be cancelled, your answer will be 0. Okay, so it is a very simple type of question, oral question. Solve it. Sum of two rational number is 3 upon 2. If one of the number is minus 3 upon 10, find the other. It is similar to the very first question I told you. Then what number should be subtracted from minus 5 by 4 to get 0? Question number 8, what number should be subtracted from minus 5 by 4 to get 0? Let's see. In case to get the required number, we can write required number equal to the given number minus difference. See, what does it mean? Given number means minus 5 upon 4 and difference means 0. Why? See, question is saying what should be subtracted from this to get 0. That subtraction means what? We can, subtraction means difference only. Subtraction को ही हम difference बोलते हैं. क्वेश्चन बोल रहा है कि माइनस 5 बाई 4 में से हम ऐसा क्या सब्ट्रैक्ट करें कि हमको जो रिजल्ट है या जिसको हम कह सकते हैं जो डिफरेंस है वो हमको क्या मिले 0. मतलब 0 को आई कैन से डिफरेंस ऑल्सो. सो इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द नंबर वी कैन straightly write down the required number will be equal to given number minus the difference. It is in the same way I have solved this. Instead of writing it, I have just written it in a direct way. So the required number will be what? Given number minus the difference. So what is the given number? The given number is minus 5 upon 4. Minus 5 upon 4, this is the given number, minus the difference. Now what is the difference? Difference is 0. Now we know if any number, whether added or subtracted by 0, we will get the number itself. That is what? We will get minus 5 upon 4 only. So this is a final answer. Similarly, solve these questions also. I have explained the sum of 3 by 2 and 4 by 2 from minus 1 upon 4. That means first you need to add these two rational numbers, that is 3 by 2 and 4 upon 2. What result you will obtain on adding of these rational number? You need to add this from this, that is minus 1 upon 4. Similarly is question number 10. So with this we come to an end of exercise 2.7. Try solving it. In case of any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.